Welcome back to the channel.
What's confusing is all of those things that you just said are also included in the racketeering count. So we don't know what the vote is. It's hard to read what they...
Well, the things that I experienced with him were monster-like. That stuff almost destroyed.
Tonight, we dive into a shocking new chapter in the Sean Diddy Combs saga, a story that combines crumbling health, federal secrets, and whispers of some of the biggest names in Hollywood and hip-hop. According to prison sources, Diddy's health is collapsing behind bars, leaving him weaker and more vulnerable than ever before. And while this is happening, rumors suggest the feds are quietly holding on to star-studded files that allegedly expose a dark web of secrets, including STD-related scandals linked to celebrities and industry elites. If this is true, then the fall of Diddy isn't just about one man. It's about an entire system of power, money, and corruption unraveling before our very eyes. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear may be the most explosive chapter yet in Diddy's downfall. Inside prison walls, things are never easy. For someone like Diddy, a billionaire mogul used to mansions, jets, and luxury, life behind bars is a different universe. Prison sources claim that Diddy is struggling physically and mentally. Once known for his unstoppable energy, he's now reportedly weakened, showing signs of stress-related health issues, weight loss, exhaustion, and even panic attacks. Remember, this is a man who spent decades building the image of being untouchable, but inside prison? No amount of wealth or fame can protect him from sleepless nights, harsh routines, and the fear that his empire is collapsing outside those walls. The empire that once stood like a fortress is now falling apart. For years, Diddy was hip-hop royalty. Bad Boy Records gave us Biggie, Mace, 112, Faith Evans, and so many others. Diddy wasn't just a businessman, he was a symbol of power. But the lawsuits, investigations, and allegations have flipped the script. Former allies have distanced themselves, business deals have dried up, and now, with reports of his health collapsing, it looks like the Bad Boy empire may never recover. Prison insiders say that this reality is crushing Diddy's spirit. The same man who used to walk into rooms with confidence is now described as withdrawn, isolated, and battling demons that even his fortune can't fight. Now, here's where the story gets darker. Multiple whispers claim that federal investigators are sitting on confidential files seized during raids and probes connected to Diddy. But these aren't just financial records or business contracts. No. These files allegedly contain sensitive personal information tied to Hollywood elites, artists, and even political figures. Among the most shocking claims, a collection of STD-related medical documents.
Literally, it's an unhealthy space, and so eventually you're going to go too far, you know? Who knows?
Allegedly proving that some of the biggest stars in the world were quietly connected to scandals that never saw the light of day. And according to the theory, the feds are deliberately keeping these files sealed. Why? Because exposing them would cause a massive earthquake across the entertainment industry. Of course, we must be clear.
And they gotta keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, well,
these are claims, not confirmed facts, but the whispers are growing louder, that inside those files are star-studded names the public would never expect. Think about it. Diddy wasn't just a music mogul, he was a gatekeeper. He threw lavish parties attended by celebrities, CEOs, politicians, and athletes. He built networks where favors, secrets, and reputations were exchanged like currency. If those files were released, they wouldn't just destroy Diddy, they could shatter the entire foundation of Hollywood and hip-hop's elite circles. And that's why, sources say, the feds are keeping everything hidden. Because once Pandora's box is opened, there's no closing it. Back inside prison, the pressure is reportedly eating away at Diddy. Insiders describe a man who feels trapped by time and secrets. His body is breaking down, and his mind is haunted by the knowledge that files exist. Files that could turn friends into enemies, allies into betrayers, and the world against him. Stress like this doesn't just weigh on the mind. It attacks the heart, the immune system, and the body's ability to function. If the reports are true, then Diddy's collapse isn't just physical. It's the collapse of a man who once thought he could control everything, but now controls nothing. The biggest question now: what happens if those files ever leak? If the alleged STD documents and star-studded scandals reach the public, we're talking about careers ending overnight. Billion-dollar brands would crumble. Public trust would shatter. And the irony? Diddy, the man once accused of manipulating secrets to control others, may now be the reason those very secrets are exposed. His downfall could trigger the downfall of many more. So here's where we stand. Prison sources claim Diddy's health is collapsing as the weight of his empire's destruction crushes him from within. At the same time, the feds may be sitting on explosive files, documents so dangerous they could upend Hollywood, hip-hop, and politics all at once. The empire of bad boy records may be gone, but the story of Diddy is far from over. Because sometimes, the higher you climb, the harder you fall.
Dishonest, violent, horrible. A promiscuous swinger who lied to and cheated on multiple partners. Incredibly, that's how Sean Diddy Combs